You eat 4,200 clean calories a day, drink a gallon of water, work out 6 days a week, eat 250 grams of protein, and you lift with intensity, all to have a mid physique. And so, boo-hoo! Coach Greg, and enough is enough. I'm sick and tired people posting videos showing themselves looking amazing and then complaining that they have a mid physique. Oh, I'm average. I don't look very good. And so I'm watching a video of this guy, young, good-looking, great physique, 2 fit bros. And in the video, he's flexing, posing, working out. It says, POV. And I learned recently that means point of view. I didn't understand. I was like, how does that mean you're poor? I don't understand how he thinks he doesn't have his money. I didn't understand it. Point of view, I was told. You eat 4,200 clean calories a day, drink a gallon of water, work out 6 days a week, eat 250 grams of protein, and you lift with intensity, all to have a mid physique. Now listen, first things first, this ain't no mid physique. This is top 1% genetics. This is 99 percentile. Guy looks better than 99% of the population. And so to sit there and say mid physique, what is that doing to the rest of us? And I don't mean me. My physique clearly is amazing. I've got the best genetics in the world. Of course I do, right? But in comparison to most people who work out, and most people who even take steroids, they're not going to look nearly this good. And so if you think that just by going to the gym, eating healthy, training hard, that you're automatically going to look better than this, well, hate to break it to you, but you're not. And so here's the problem. It's social media. The videos that you're watching, the pictures that you're seeing, it's the best of the best. And so as you're swiping through, you keep being shown the top 1% of the 1%. And so you compare yourself, which you shouldn't, but you're thinking, I want to look like that. There's pressure to look this way. Pressure to have single-digit body fat, to look amazing. And then you go to the gym and you do everything perfect, and you don't end up nearly as good as you hoped. You watch Chris Bumstead, Alex Eubank, Jesse James, the list goes on, and you're comparing yourself to them and thinking, well, I don't look as good as them, and I'm eating perfect, I'm training hard, I'm doing everything I should, and I'm not nearly as good. And then you feel depressed, disappointed, like you're not doing things right. And you go to social media and you see, look at Mike O'Hearn at 53 years of age. The guy looks incredible. And he states, hey, you kids out there, you know, the younger people, you have all these amazing new drugs. They're called peptides. Why did you go and take those?
Yes, you can also lose fat and you can also build muscle. But for me, you kids that are learning about this stuff, something I didn't have as a kid, peptides. They are freaking amazing. They're the hugest thing right now.
And so you're thinking, I don't know what to do. And what do? You end up taking peptides, SARMs, possibly even steroids. All for what? To compare yourself to the best of the best. And even then, even with those things, probably still going to be disappointed. And so let's analyze what he's doing and see, should he in fact be disappointed? Let's compare his results, what he's doing, to other people around the world. And let's look at his physique. He's eating 4,200 calories a day, has a clearly defined six-pack, perhaps 15% body fat, looking incredible. In comparison, Coach Greg, professional bodybuilder and bike racer, doing way more cardio than this guy. He eats more than me. And so imagine thinking, oh, I eat 4,200 calories a day and look at my mid physique. How many of you raise your hand right now, wish you could eat 4,200 calories a day and look like this guy? Most people eating 4,200 calories, they're gonna look like Lizzo. You kidding me? 4,200 calories a day? If you wrote 2,200 calories a day, then they'd be like, oh yeah, probably suffering, not getting to eat so much food. 4,200 calories? Almost no one can eat 4,200 calories a day and have a physique this lean. The ones who can, they usually are involved in endurance sports, perhaps training 3 to 5 hours a day. And so, boo-hoo! 4,200 calories is so hard. And so consider this, you have blessed, gifted genetics for being lean. To eat 4,200 look this good? The video should say, I am blessed. I eat 4,200 calories a day. I train 6 days a week, 250 grams of protein. And I train hard because I love it and I get to do this. I am blessed. And because of my amazing genetics, check out my amazing physique that goes with this. But no, makes a video showing disappointment. Look at me, I don't look good, and I do all of this. And so the first thing that comes to mind, body dysmorphia. We compare ourselves to other people. We're seeing the Alex Eubanks, the Chris Bumsteads, thinking, wow, look how good they look. And what about me? I'm not nearly as good as them. And so you feel inferior, perhaps go on a starvation diet, trying to get single-digit body fat. Your testosterone levels go down. You feel depressed, poor mood, brain fog, no energy. Eventually, you're on HRT in your early 20s. And you wonder why. Next, drink a gallon of water a day. That's 4 liters. How is that hard? How is that impressive? And no, it doesn't need to be plain water. So if you don't like plain water, add in some Mio Squirt or perhaps put in some Perrylite. Help you to stay hydrated, makes it taste better. If you don't like Perrylite, you could even drink a freaking Diet Coke, Diet Orange Crush. And you're allowed to have artificial sweeteners. You're allowed to put things in your water, that plain distilled water, to make it taste good. It's okay. It's called living life. And you work out 6 days a week. So what? I work out 6 or 7 days a week. I train in the gym my entire body 3 days a week, and I'm racing bikes on the other days. And on top of that, I do 30 minutes of bike ride before I start my lifting weights on the days I go to the gym. And so imagine David Goggins complaining, training 6 days a week. The guy trains every single day more than once. And 6 days a week to get a mid-physique? I mean, look at your physique. You should be thinking, I only have to train 6 days a week to have the physique I've developed. I'm blessed. I have gifted genetics. I am so lucky. I appreciate the health that I have, the fact that I'm able to look good, enjoy life, and live it to the fullest. You should be appreciative. And 250 grams of protein, well, we all know 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and so unless you're 6'4", you're clearly under 250 pounds, so you don't really need to eat that much protein. You can if you want, of course. It's more satiating, gonna keep you more full, also has a greater thermic effect, as in you burn off more calories digesting the protein than you do from carbs and fat, but you certainly don't need to eat 250 grams of protein, and it shouldn't be a chore. Eating, for me, at least for myself, it's fun. Perhaps for you, if you're in the 5% of the world where you're under eating and you find it hard, then for you that might be hard. But for the rest of us, eating enough calories, that is not the challenge. The challenge is not overeating them. And lift with intensity. How else are you gonna lift? Lift with no intensity? How many of you want to go to the gym and half-ass all your workouts? Oh, I love going to the gym and stopping with 5 reps in reserve. I never like to push myself to failure. I hate it. When it burns, I put the weight down. Who trains like that? And so to say lift with intensity, that's what makes it fun. When I'm racing bikes, do you think I ever do a race without intensity? If I don't go all out, harder than last time, I don't win the race. And even if I can't win, if I have no chance of winning, do you think I should just give up, that I shouldn't try? I raced yesterday, did 4 races. In my best race, the one where I tried the most, I put everything into it, every ounce of power I could come up with. And you know what place I got? 11th. 11th out of 80. But you know what? I was so pumped, so proud of myself. I went harder than last time. And had I eased up a little bit, not quite gone as hard, only gave it 99% effort, I would have got 36th place. 25 positions happen 1 second apart. And so if you ease up a little bit, don't push yourself to the extreme.
I rock a mic like a vandal.
You're not placing, you're gonna get near last. And so if you think all these supplements can't make a difference, creatine monohydrate, beta-alanine, pre-workouts, and so on, or especially this, GO2 max with the main ingredient being NMN, this has been shown in research to dramatically improve your cardio. Runners, joggers, athletes, even average folk who aren't racing, who aren't even training. Improves cardio, gives you more energy, you recover better, you feel better, and improve feelings of well-being. Not only that, it can in fact slow the aging process. This was discussed on the Joe Rogan podcast featuring Andrew Huberman, episode 1958. Please go check it out, the last 16 and a half minutes, all about NMN. And so imagine if I had an attitude like this. 37 years of lifting weights, doing triathlons for 13 years, getting back into cycling 5 years, doing harder than last time cardio, eating meals from my cookbook, low calorie dense foods, constantly dieting, training, working my ass off to be all that I could be. And what did it result in? 11th place on a Zwift bike race in my basement. Think of it. What's the point, Coach Greg? All for 11. How much money did you win from that? $0. How many people watched you in that race? I did it alone. Did anyone watch? 0. And so imagine if I had that attitude. I'd quit, I'd stop, what's the point? I ain't making it to the Tour de France. Or imagine if I had that when I was a bodybuilder. You know, it took me 50 bodybuilding competitions before I turned pro. That means 49 times I didn't turn pro. And so imagine if I had that attitude. Oh, I did 42 shows natural and I've never turned pro. And so what's the point? I'm going to quit. I don't look like Chris Bumstead. Never have, never will. Never even made it to the Olympia. Never even won a professional bodybuilding competition. If everyone complained who didn't get the perfect physique, how many people would actually train? We'd go to Olympia, we'd see one competitor, Chris Bumstead. And so if you only go to the gym because you want to be perfect, because you want 1 million followers on YouTube or Instagram, and if you think that eating healthy, doing cardio, training harder than last time, that's just a chore, then I gotta break it to you. You have an uphill battle to follow. Because it's not about being perfect, it's about being better than you are. You need to enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination. Whether or not you ever get your dream physique, which I'm predicting 99.9% of you never gonna do it, doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And remember, if you don't compare yourself to other people and you compare yourself to yourself, all you have to do to win is to literally get better. And so when I trained my entire life in bodybuilding, powerlifting, I never had to win the competition. I never had to break the world record to feel good about myself. What made me happy was improving, the journey, the road to success, knowing that I pushed myself as hard as I could. It wasn't about the plastic trophy, it was about the knowledge that I gave it my all, that I left everything out there. And if you can do that, it's all worth it. Not only will that make your life happier, you'll also have improved quantity and quality of life. And so when I read this post and I see his disappointment because he doesn't look like Chris Bumstead or Alex Eubanks perhaps, all I can think of is, does this guy not realize the impressive physique that he's developed? Does he not compare himself now to perhaps 5 years ago and think, wow, look what I've accomplished? Does he not see how much more others struggle in comparison to him? Others who have put just as much work as him and don't look nearly as good? And so if you're interested in GO2 Max or any of the supplements, click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off. And so if you're seeing all these posts online, before and after transformation, you're comparing yourself, and you don't feel as worthy, you don't feel you look as good, remember this, physiques like this are very rare. They're not easy to attain. Just because you're the hardest worker in the room and you get up at 4:30 like The Rock, and you train harder than last time and have the best diet, it doesn't guarantee you're going to have the best physique. And for the most part, physiques, they are in fact built on a bell curve. The majority of people are going to be average. Average! A lot of people that train, they're going to be down on the left, below average. And the fortunate few, the guys like this, myself, we're going to be on the right. But remember this, regardless of where you are on the bell curve right now, realize that if you stick with it, you keep trying, you don't give up, you put your best foot forward, you remain proactive with your health. Wherever you are on the curve, you can improve, you can do better. Well, unless you're at the 100th percentile, then, well, you've already done it. But most people watching this video, they're not the Chris Bumsteads. Rather than comparing yourself to the people on the right, think, hey, if I didn't do this, I would be on the left. I wouldn't be as good as I am right now. And so because of what I'm doing right now, I'm so much better than I would have been had I not done it. And I'm going to keep trying, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to try to get even better. It's about the destination, not about getting to the end. Even if you're a competitor, even if you're a professional bodybuilder and your goal is to win the Olympia title, that day you win, it's one day. After that, then what? You have to enjoy the ride. You really want to live your life for one day? Imagine if Chris Bumstead only enjoyed the day of the show when he wins the title. What about the other 364 days? And so please don't give up. Don't get discouraged. If you want a free diet and training program over 50 pages, that's right, it's free. Click the link in the description, enter your first and last name and email address, and voila, comes right to you. Don't forget that's free, but if you want, of course, you can purchase the cookbooks, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. You can get a phone consult. Also support me buying Harder Than Last Time supplements, as well as the HTLT clothing line, ending it here. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. Please leave a comment, helps boost it to other people. Also, like this video if you liked it. Watch one of the loops, perhaps the top, then the bottom. Watch at least one. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette, IB Pro. And the #1 supplement, of course, GO2 Max. Head over right now, buy in bulk for greater discounts. Code Greg, 10% off. And until next time.
Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to your mother.